Yeah, my son baby, greetings to the family. Yeah, we are talking about the fifth element on the periodic table is boron. Now we did beryllium and we are doing boron and then we do carbon and we move on. Now um we have a lot of minerals in Africa. We have a lot of minerals all over the world. It is through the minerals that mostly you get all the elements and you isolate them for the purpose you want to, how you want to use them, or the reason behind what you are doing makes you, choose the type of elements that you're going to use your projects. Now, boron is the fifth element on the periodic table. And let us go straight to the point. Like I said, I'm not interested in you going to school and memorizing and knowing all the symbols and the calculations, but where do you get them? How can you easily access them? What do you use them for in your daily life? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, your life is a lab. It's like a scientific lab. Every day, whatever you are doing, it is more like you are in a scientific lab. You are making a soup. It is more like you are in a lab. Okay, let us move on. Now, so boron is the fifth element on the periodic, and it's a semiconductor. We have a total of 8 semiconductors. Among all the elements, we have a total of 8 semiconductors in the elements system. Now, this is boron. Boron is the fifth element and it's a semiconductor. Semiconductor is between the conductors and the insulators. You see what I'm saying? It is somehow metal. It is like it can conduct at some point and it will not conduct at some point. Now, how do you what are the characteristics of boron? Let me make this very, very short. What are the characteristics of the boron, or what it is saying? It's the characteristics, are very dark. For the most part, are very, very dark. Now, a powder, I guess a powdered form. And then, one a gunpowder. Your gunpowder is one of the elements, the dominant element in your gunpowder is the boron element. Gunpowder, because it's an igniter. We will get there. Sources, you get it from rocks. Inti kaneno na yenya matches no. Oka eboam you bom agba na atija. Why is I experiment in that? Because pebble na kabo no bom ba na atija. What you say? And some of these elements no so bebre we mu dada. Inti utimi robo wonsa na menche wade. Okope eboom and now the boom say bones a buona tija. Yasha glasses. And yes, I itimi crown a journey time tibe bowani. Until there is already fire in the rock. In the olden days, our ancestors that we are talking about, they didn't have matches. Omuni matches, omode bo and an suja. Utimi robo on sa. Now when somebody says, okay, now, rocks and moba is full of boron. Now, seawater, a punsione di chale, and yen suketuau, seawater, evaporation and condensation take place here. Some of the elements leaving behind, ubenya boric salt or boron. Boric acid salt or boron. Now, boron no wanyano. Into wasa enchini gujemwa. Oh, ijane bedere rough. What do you call sa enchini gujem? It's full of boron. It ignites. It ignites the fire. You get the boron in the fire. It's getting more worse. It ignites. Ignatius a Champon was a military leader. Yeah. Now, so Fanchiniku Jim. Now, nails, Omorens will be Omore. But Omore dian a negligible. Until the moment ya did bo Omorens now on sana black. by force. Na omore na ye black by force. Umoja nso bi wo. Nti moja no pa, your moja is naturally hot because of all these elements component in there. Onka sense bi wo. Ena wutiri mi sa wodi afen no wutiri mu a eya ya sa experiment wudware wi afa afen no wutiri mu. Asa afen no ebe magnetized. What you say? Wodi afa afen no wutiri mu. Na efa kofa like it's a paper na say anything biana like open coin kra coin be a light now what they are fena faso and I say paper bia you know there are some papers here some paper type now they are faso sa utrimi is full of boron what if I utrimi you go James see anahwe see be besi no yentuaso now properties is ignitus a champion sometimes you create fun out of issues. Sometimes you are learning and at the same time you are having fun with it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, this is ignite. Ignite means you can use it in your gunpowder to make your guns. You can use it in your matches. So the properties will lead you to the use. Ignite, gunpowder, matches, udi soja. It's very, very acidic. So you use it in the production of your boric acidic and salts. And you'll be able to channel so ikumukru. So that is this acidic or the boric we see, it's also prevalent in your eye drops. Cleaning agent or eye drops are with you go and boron is a dominant element in your eye drop. And it is also found in your cleaning agents. What the paper will feel, now will feel in it. It's full of boron. What you say? And it has a high melting point at some point. Because it's a semiconductor, it has a lot of features. It has a high melting point at some point. It don't just melt right away, but it's gonna melt at some point. What you say? Sana etie. We're using it in the production of rockets because the main characteristics of the boron element is ignites, is soldier. And using it in the rockets and the bombs and all of that. In the using of creating of fuel is boron. What do you say? Yeah, so this is very short information about boron element. It's the 5th element on the periodic table. And the next one we will do carbon. I'm trying to do it every element, one element at a time. And then I will create a playlist for all of that. And then we will move on to the combinations very soon. I'm trying to get through as quick as I can. Yeah. So that is it. I love you all. Yeah.